Hey guys, it's Lisa from Kitchen Witch Boutique. It is the full moon. It's been a crazy intense time right now. We had the lunar eclipse last night. We had Friday 13th. There's just been so much going on, and it's funny because I have been, I work with the dead. I mean, anybody, who knows me knows that. Like, they are my favorite people. They're my beloveds. So I was making a money bracelet for a client. Okay. And what I do when I make these, and this is a new thing for the shop, these aren't even in the shop right now because I'm just really channeling so much energy into them. But basically, I was having an entire conversation with Papa Ghede the whole time I was doing this, which is normal, and it's completely silent and whatever. And one of the songs that I play for the dead, because what happens in manifestation and magic, or in spiritual work, is that I can't speak for other people, I would assume, but you're connecting with the spiritual world as you're doing this work. Okay, so for me, I'm connecting with the dead because Papa Ghede is the voodoo god of the dead. Papa Ghede, Baron Samedi, Mama Bridget. Okay, here's my baby. All right, so we've got the candle that's lit for him. It's my baby. Okay, I've got some red ginger oil that I brought back from Punta Cana. That was at the Airbnb that I was staying at. Okay. Also, per Papa Hector, colt's foot is a great money herb, which I didn't know. I thought that was for love, but see, there you go. But we've also got the money stick. Okay, this is a resin dildo. Okay, technically it's just a resin dick because I would not stick this anywhere. I'm just saying it. I'm saying, but it's got like all kinds of money. It's got money herbs. It's got sparklies and stuff. And of course, the penis or the phallus represents Ghede because Ghede is, as the god of death, he's also the god of fertility because you're born. Okay, what makes life? Penis and vagina. Okay, but he is absolutely associated with the penis, and he is like he's banging through my head right now. He's like, channel me, whatever. But yeah, but here's my baby. Okay, my baby. Hey, there's my handsome. So one of the things that he wanted me to talk about today is what goes into Talisman Magic. This is a full moon in Scorpio. All right. This moon is so fucking crazy ass powerful. Like, I was at the Q Mart yesterday. Friends of mine had an art show, and Johnny Zabo, giving you a shout out. Johnny Zabo's Creations. Okay. Up at the Quakertown Farmers Market. He does shadow boxes with like horror type stuff, all kinds of like, I guess like what you would call like a little bit of sci-fi, but shadow boxes, things that are related to the dead, which of course, as soon as I met him, he's my girlfriend's boyfriend, I was like, I love you a lot, love you long time. Well, no, never mind. But when I got to the Quakertown Farmers Market yesterday, I was so overwhelmed. Like when I saw, all of like his creations and this kind of stuff, like the dead energy that was coming off of them. And I was like, holy, I'm like, what? I'm like, dude, I'm like, what were you guys doing? I'm like, did you make these in the graveyard? Because I could just feel it. It's a very significant calling to work with the dead. And it's not easy. Because like dead folks love to talk. Okay. Like, and when you first start becoming a medium, like the amount of focus and concentration and that, and I already have ADD. Okay. Like, I'm medicated for it, but it's totally not easy. But what happens is, generally I sing certain songs, like when I'm working with Papa Ghede, working with Tressely, working with, Papa Candelo, St. Martha, that kind of stuff, like the Loa, the mysteries, whatever you want to call them, they love certain music. Papa Baron, every time I want to work with Papa Baron, and I will be because I just got a court case spell order in the shop, Papa Baron likes Billie Holiday. Okay, like my song to Papa Baron is Come Rain, Come Shine. That's my romantic, beautiful, because I love Papa Baron. So Papa Ghede, like one of the songs that I was singing was okay, I can't tell you the name of the song because they just, as soon as I started to say it, I literally got like a mind fuck. Like they just like, don't say it. They said it's like private information. But anyway, So when I started to make the bracelet, each one of these, I hope you can see this, is this is like, it's not the evil eye, but this is protection from the evil eye. Like Papa Ghede is, and the Ghede Nation, Papa Baron, all, especially the Barons, are exemplary at providing protection. Okay. And protection means spiritual protection. That means like, from like outside forces, from shitty people, because let's face it, people send bad energy all the time. Sometimes they don't even mean to. I've had stuff happen where like somebody was shitty to me. And even though I did not be like, fuck you very much, whatever, I was like, just like, like something, something ended up happening to them. And, it wasn't like horrible, like maybe like they got a tax bill that they didn't expect, or like, I had somebody that was really just a butthead, and he ended up like breaking his hand. And I was like, oh, shit. And of course, like being a witch, he was like, did you do that? I'm like, no, but my spirit team did, because that's what they do. That's what your ancestors do. They protect you, because again, you really don't want to go there. Like, let's not get into the whole karmic, etc. All right. But so when making these, what I do is I correspond. I don't know if you can see this. I correspond to like each energy, because some of these are semi-precious beads, meaning that they're not crystal. Well, they kind of are, but these are malachite right here. I don't know if you can see it. Okay. This one is some kind of a white halite. I'm not sure about this guy. And if you notice, there's little, this is like a little dollar sign charm, and of course, as soon as I said that, my Etsy just went off. Haha, funny. These I had to order special. These are like gold skull charms, like to represent Papa Ghede, because he is the god. Remember that Papa Ghede is an earth spirit. Okay. Like he is a Loa. He controls the afterlife. Okay, fine. But Papa Ghede is of the earth. He is earth energy. Technically, he's also water energy, as he is Scorpio. That's my Etsy going off. It's hilarious. Every time I talk about him, he's like, I'm here. Hey. But he is the earth element primarily. Okay, he just said I'm equally water. He said, think about Guinan, like in the voodoo tradition, like when souls come back, when spirits come back, like they swim under the water. It's kind of like the primordial water, just like birth, you're in the amniotic sac, etc., which is water, etc., blah. But so I put some shungite in here. All right. Shungite is an extremely potent, I think it's a mineralite, whatever, protects against EMF, radiation, frequencies, etc. Shungite is an incredibly protective stone. Okay. There's a little dollar bill here. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah. There's some, this is about as green as my little skull beads we're going to get. Little representations of him. I think there's some jade in here, and there's hematite. Ghede loves him some hematite. Okay, like hematite is an incredibly grounding stone. St. Martha also likes this stone, and people who study the ATRs, the African traditional religions, are like, the Loa don't work with crystals. The fuck they don't. Okay, they may not work with it in the voodoo religion, in like the traditional Haitian voodoo, but they do in Sanse, and they do in 21 divisions. And as Ghede reminds me, they're from the earth. Yeah, that's my baby. He's incredible. Papa Ghede, has given me, recipes for lodestone powder, lodestone oil, and he's associated with number 7 and number 9. Okay. So, there you go. But this is going to charge on my altar. We're going to put this over here on top of the money that Papa Ghede passed out to us at Ghede Fete last year, because it's, when you've created your sacred space, as far as, the altar, and I'll just step aside here. This is my babies. We'll try to zoom in. Oh my goodness. We'll try to get a zoom in on there. Yeah, I always tease Papa Ghede because he owns half my altar. Like, and I always say to him, like, dude, like you're so spoiled. But, of course he's spoiled. He's my man. That's what I do. I treat him like a king, because to me, he is one. But so like Ghede says that when you do, I can't say this word, I can't say the word. It's like talisman. ick. He basically, because I said to him, I said, well, how do you want me to explain this to people? Because like doing it in your head and like working with it is not necessarily easy to explain. And he said one word to me. He said, Abraham. And I'm like, as in the prophet, as in, sacrificed his only son, Isaac, whatever. And he said, yeah. He said Abraham was a prophet. And with Moses, who is associated with Saint Elias, Papa Ghede, Papa Baron, these guys were working with like, Solomon. They work with the jinn. Papa Ghede does not just control, the spirits of the dead. Papa Ghede basically, he's saying to me, think about the movie Casino. Okay. Papa's all about the money, but Papa Ghede has a whole underground network, if you want to put it that way. Like it's like he controls the spirits of the dead. The spirits of the dead will be commissioned to him. And as he's explained it to me, like under trance state or whatever, like he's a wheeler and dealer. That's what he likes to put it. Like he, especially like if, a solar spirit crosses over into the afterlife, and I hate to say the underworld because it's like, it's not really it's not like Hades. It's not like that, but well, kind of. But, like he will basically, if there's some kind of a karma that's attached to the spirit, like say that somebody passes on and I don't know, they owed somebody money. Okay. This is the example that's coming to mind right now. He said that he will basically approach them and say, hey, this servitor down on earth, one of my favorite girls, you better talk to me later tonight. It's a full moon. Yeah, get a little freaky tonight. Boom, chicka, boom, boom. That's my baby. But he will commission this spirit and say, I need you to go and help this person in order to fulfill a soul contract, because every spirit, every human being has soul contracts. We do this, when we're born, when we're created, like we don't remember this stuff on earth. Believe me, I've tried. I've been like, please, can you just show me some of my past lives? Because like, there's like, I suspect this or whatever, but he will go and he will basically, for lack of a better word, he will hire. Okay, this is being challenged. He's saying to me, like, he will hire a spirit to go do a specific task. If the spirit goes and like does the task and, Ghede's happy with it and he's like, you did a great job, whatever, etc., because he sees that particular servitor, hey, is serving him to the best of their ability and working with him, etc., like that spirit gets a reward. Okay, like so Ghede like is what's called a psychopomp. A psychopomp is an intermediary spirit. Now, when I say an intermediary spirit, it's not like, Simbi is an intermediary spirit as well. Like Simbi is a messenger spirit. Simbi is associated with the water. Most Simbis are male. Okay, like Simbi works with Papa Ghede, like in his snake form. He's a snake deity. He works with Saint Martha. Saint Martha is associated with the snake. Okay, here, Saint Martha, Santa Marta. Okay, she's also in the Ghede division and Sanse 21 divisions. Some say she's Papa Baron's concubine. I don't know. Like every time she comes over our house, she basically said to us last time she was there, she said, I don't want to marry, I don't whatever. And we were like, cool, like you're Baron's side chick anyway. Like she just said, that's not funny. Whatever. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. Anyway, yeah, she just said I don't roll that way, but it's all good. But anyway, so Papa Ghede being a psychopomp is basically a link between the living and the dead. Now think about it this way. Jesus was also a link between the living and the dead. As it was in the beginning. As it was in the beginning, so shall it be in the end. The plans that you set in your life and the intentions shall manifest on earth and in heaven. So he receives these petitions, he sets the spirits, like he'll go, etc. And it's not to say that, people will say like Papa Ghede is lazy, like he'll send spirits to do his work. He's not lazy, dude. He's a boss. Okay. Like, it's like, he's got like, you kind of figure like he's saying that he's like in the movie Casino, because the Ghede Nation, a particular like Ghede Nebo, Ghede Limbo, like they love movies. Okay, which is weird. Like, I it's funny, but he said in Casino, he's the Robert De Niro character. Like, he said that he's the guy he's watching this guy, he's watching this guy, he's watching this guy. And yeah, like I wouldn't say he has to answer to Papa Baron, because they are like a little bit, two sides of the same coin, etc. But he has a duty and an obligation. So I'm having so many dead spirits in my head right now. I can't even focus. I'm just like, guys. Psh. Anyway, so the purpose of this broadcast was basically to teach a little bit about Talisman Magick. You can weave any intentions into these bracelets. I'm going to be offering them in the shop. They do work. Okay. Because I've made, some for people for like love, for money. And people have basically come back and said, oh my God, like, like I just, whatever, like I got a raise or whatever, what Papa Ghede has said and the other spirits have said is that wear them on your left wrist. Okay. Because your left wrist goes directly to your heart. Okay. Your heart chakra, basically, is gonna, it's gonna present as the strongest force, and it's gonna like pump that energy all through your body. So again, blessed be. We're gonna be in full in about, I think we're going to be full like about 9:30 this evening. There's a massive thunderstorm coming. I hope it's not going to come too soon because I actually have to get going and do some things before preparations for tonight. But as always, serve your ancestors. Okay, Scorpio is the sign of ancestor worship. It's the sign of transformation and change, transition, and it's going to bring up some emotions. Okay, so like, if you feel overwhelmed, call on Our Lady of Mount Carmel. Our Lady of Mount Carmel is associated with Mama Bridget. Okay, like she's an aspect of Mary, the Mother of God, and she will help, because let's face it, like we just passed Beltane. It's a full moon. We got a whole thin veil thing happening here. Empaths like me or other people or people that work with the dead or mediums or spirituals or whatever are definitely feeling it. It can be difficult. But he said, ask Billy Bell Khan or St. Michael to surround you with protection. And above all, always, when you do your spells or you do your intentions or you light your candles, always for the greatest intention, for the highest intention, the highest vibrational light, let no harm come. That is why, like as witches, harm ye none, do as you will. Okay, like just make it a habit to say like, let no harm come to me or anybody else. It's like the money spell. Money, come to me in abundance 3 times 3, harming none along the way. Because trust me, don't want to do that. Okay, like, and God bless everybody. Blessed be. Merry meet, merry part. Have a wonderful day and happy moon. Bye.